The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Doing the intro today. Everyone knows my boy Jeff sounds like. Shout out to Maserati for doing our intro music. We'll play it next week. There was a little technical difficulty with the file this week. But we've got a loaded group of people here on the corner with Pregame. Welcome in. It's officially the football weekend. Packers and Lions, which is going to be an amazing game, actually, kicks off in about an hour and 25 minutes. We got some rookies coming on tonight. We got some old vets. We got some friends of the show. It's going to be a good time. Matt is out for the next 2 weeks. Congrats to him and Bianca. They are getting married in the next 72 hours. So congratulations to the happy couple. We'll see Matt back in about 2 weeks when he gets back from his honeymoon. So shout out to Matt. Enjoy, buddy. Well-needed vacation. Joining me in replacement of Matt today, filling in his old role, ladies and gentlemen, host of the Tailgate and the Quad podcast, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, a rabid Alabama fan and a resentful Patriots fan, ladies and gentlemen, Belly Up Kev.
I've been on a roller coaster of emotions this season.
Honestly, I was gonna. You get this joke more than anybody this year with being a Eagles fan. I'm turning into Coach Boone from Remember the Titans, where I want perfection on every single fucking play, and we're not beating them by 40. I get pissed. Is that what it's like being good at football as a fan? I'm not sure, but either way, it's gonna crash and burn for me eventually anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from the great state of Texas, one of the coolest human beings I know, host of the Insert Name FC podcast, and a rabid Texans fan, as his Texans earned us our first ever house upset. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy Hector Flores.
Yeah, man, CJ Stroud. I'm officially adopting him as one of my sons.
Yeah, listen, I was a Stroud believer from the get-go. I called him Black Aaron Rodgers. Nobody believed me. It's sticking. I love this kid's game, and I think he's only going to get better. I also love that Tank Dell is just taking over. Also, fuck Nico Collins for being a fantasy bum. And, of course, everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. He pancaked Nick Fairley once in practice. He's a Cowboys fan, a fucking Giants fan. Ugh, San Francisco, not New York. And he's one of my good personal buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of the High Low Sports podcast and the Bert of the Bert and Ernie of Belly Up Sports, Kelce Coyne.
Have we already settled on who's Bert and who's Ernie from us?
I kind of like the fact we've never establised it. Kind of ambiguously moves back and forth.
Just kind of changes it. Don't worry, Kev. I'm not going to be making fun of Alabama. I almost feel for you guys as bad as I feel for myself as an Auburn fan. So, yeah, it's been a rough sledding out there for Alabama football teams.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, first off, shout out to our boy intern Chris. He's in the background hanging out. He'll be filling us in, giving us stat updates, and he'll be dropping in during the pick segment to drop his picks. But joining us now, making his corner booth debut, host of the Case and Nate Show, writer for Belly Up Sports, editor for Belly Up Sports, California boy, and somehow a Giants fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nate Negan.
Hi, guys. How we doing? I'm glad to be here. It's fun. I'm excited. Very excited.
Me and Nate were talking back and forth. I said, listen, like, how about you come on the show? Let's get you on. We always chat back and forth talking sports. It's about time we get you on the show tonight. I warned him pre-show. He's in for a rough awakening. The babysitter, Matt, isn't here tonight. Actually, both babysitters, Matt and DJ. So he's got the wild card individuals. Kelce, you create chaos. You don't stop it.
No. Pause. When did DJ ever become a babysitter, though?
For me and Matt,
DJ encourages the chaos.
Compared to he's the tamer one.
He's the most hinged. Whenever I've been on here.
Yeah, but he also still has 3 screws missing from the hinge.
What does that mean? Well, no, technically Matt's the most hinged, but he keeps his hidden. Like, he tries to relax. Me and you are like, you and Mason just basically chuck frag grenades into a fan and see what happens.
I mean, it's fun.
Some also, speaking of throwing hand grenades into a fan or whatever you said, some certain governing bodies in college football are not a fan of my shenanigans, by the way. I learned today that the Tailgate on the Quad Twitter is blocked by the CFB Hall of Fame.
That is fucking amazing, Kevin. You've officially made it.
Hang on. I got this for you, Kev.
My friend.
Do you have
I don't
like
know
the
why.
sitcom Ooh on there too?
No, but I do have the where is it? The air hornet? We can go air hornet. Or we can go record stretch.
Nice.
So, or we can do music, and I don't know what song it is.
We should have done that when I picked the Cowboys last week. There, Kels.
I was, but I was too busy in shock.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
if
I'm
it's my
picking them again
general
this week.
shenanigans or the fact that I went on a rant when Mike Leach died about how the CFB Hall of Fame is fucking stupid and their requirements make no goddamn sense.
I think I retweeted that whole rant as well. But
All of the
So
above
it's
is
one of the
probably
two.
why, Kev.
Yeah, probably, that was the
accept
last
that you're
straw.
so great at
well,
it.
Ted,
it's
you
like
should
they're
go
just
over your
like-
greatest hits of what Twitter accounts have blocked you over the years because it's a decent list.
You know, I just want to throw. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say the only noteworthy names on there are now the CFB Hall of Fame and Eric Musselman, the head coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks football team.
That's a good one to have. Hate you. I'd wish he'd hate me more.
Just call him short. He'll block you.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
I'm not even joking.
No, one more hand grenade to toss into the pile. You make fun of me for being a Giants fan, Jared. We have a fan of a worse team in the chat here today. And by in the chat, I mean in the group. The California kid himself is correct me if I'm wrong, Nate, you're a Dodgers fan?
No.
Yeah,
No,
I remove him immediately.
Baseball wise, I'm a Phillies fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the New York Giants are they're
Are you
My
from LA?
brain just did an inversion. How are you a Giants and Phillies
Wait,
fan?
wait. Are you from LA?
Oh no, I'm from like the Sacramento area of California.
Oh yeah, see.
Northern California.
My brain
They
just
like
My
went-
neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, California is bizarre, man. I mean, I got a cousin over there that's like a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
a
smart
good
individual.
question.
I think there's more NFC East fans in California than there is actually Chargers and wherever the hell they have over there.
Well, by the way, the intern has told Nate go Phils. Our intern Chris is actually from Philadelphia, so he is Philly everything.
Oh, okay. I got
Poor
you.
soul.
My man's texting me drunk off his ass at a Philly bar wearing a propeller hat last Saturday. That was the highlight of my Saturday.
I'm sorry. Chris, can you add me to this text message that comes out? Because I definitely want
Well,
to see the spinny
He
hat.
posted it in the show chat. I'm trying to teach him how to use the chaos chat, but I think he's terrified of you and DJ.
No, I've tried to help you win.
Wait,
Bets, I
a
just haven't
Philadelphia
given you
fan
good
is
bets.
afraid of chaos?
No, Chris
Right?
is a mild-mannered Eagles fan for most of the time. Oh,
There's
look
such a thing?
who showed up.
I'm surprised
My
that
dad-
man's not asleep yet.
Where is he at? He's doing something important. He told me this over the
He
over
is
the
he is preparing to take on a big boy life in a big boy city in a big boy state far away from here.
Oh, you're losing your
Don't
roomie.
cry.
I'm holding back tears right now, guys. Like I really am.
Well, you guys can still communicate over text messages, whispering each other's sweet nothings every night. It's okay.
He's not gone yet. He still has to come back and get his dog.
Yeah, I mean, also listen. That's what me and DJ text each other every night before I go to bed. Anyway.
Kelsey's about to start making him get some visitation rights for his dog.
No. DJ and I are on the same page about this one. He's good.
Yeah,
He's good for a
fair
day.
I'll leave the dog behind. So you never.
Like I said, he knows. He's just doing that so he doesn't have to take care of him anymore.
I mean, listen. I don't. I've never had to deal with a dog in my house. I just have a homicidal cat. That's about it. But all right, fellas, it's been a kind of almost a quiet week in football. It's a little weird. I'm waiting for something to blow over. I'm waiting for something to hit the fan, but I'm not seeing anything where I'm like, holy shit, the sky's falling. Like what's the biggest headlines I've seen so far this morning are Eckler's back at practice, Zeke's revenge game against the Cowboys, Bryce Young's back at practice. NBA, I mean, listen, we'll talk the Dame Lillard Bucks trade because fuck it. I'm hearing rumors that the offer from the Heat was substantially larger, but basically the Blazers just gave him a giant middle finger. I don't know if this is true. I'd love to get it confirmed, but according to Shams, there was multiple firsts, Hero, some Russian guy whose name I can't pronounce, and multiple seconds involved, plus pick swaps. And it's like double the payoff of what they got from the Blazers and from the Bucks and Suns. So usually basketball is like the fourth most talked about sport in the show, but fuck it. I mean, this was the biggest news of the week so far. My front desk guy, he ran over to my office. He goes, dude, Dame got traded. I'm like, I know. I just got the text. He goes, he's a Celtics fan, so he's fucking pissed that they got to go through them now. Anyway, Nate, you're the newbie on the show. What are you thinking about this Dame trade to the Bucks? What's going through your head right now?
Honestly, I think it works out for everybody. Like, I don't see a clear loser of this trade. I mean, each team kind of got what they wanted. I get the whole, Dame could have gone to Miami, but in return, Tyler Hero, I think I'm talking about Jovic, or the Russian guy, whatever his name is, on the Heat. That isn't really the best package you could have gotten, I think, because Portland got back, Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, some guy named Kamara. They got the 2029 first-round pick from Milwaukee, pick swap, I think, as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, it works out for Portland. They got a big man. They can still trade Drew Holiday to someone else. They probably don't need him. He's a veteran guy. They want to, rebuild and stay young. So Holiday can still be traded away for something. Milwaukee obviously gets Lillard. You have Giannis. Those two together are going to be freaking dangerous. The Bucks are probably going to be favorites in the East and for the NBA Finals as well. And then you have the Suns, who were kind of irrelevant in this whole trade thing, but they still came out winners too.
They just dumped Dayton's salary.
Exactly. So, and you get, Nurkic and Grayson Allen and, two other guys as well that are irrelevant too. But when you have a team that's loaded as you are.
Don't do Keon Johnson like that now. Come on.
No, I mean, what's he going to do?
Like, Keon really Johnson like that, Nate. Don't get afraid by Kelce.
No,
don't let Kelce fool you.
He's not going to do too much. I mean, for the sense, in my opinion, you guys are probably right, but in my opinion, he's not going to do much. But I'm just saying, when you have a team as loaded as the Suns are, Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, you really don't need another player like Ayton, who's like, he kind of wants the ball a lot, and that's what he's going to do with Portland. So Nurkic comes in as more of a defense type of guy, a rebounder that's going to help out a little bit more, in my opinion, compared to what Ayton could have done. So I think it kind of works out for everyone. And Dame, yeah, you don't go to Miami, but you're going to a team with Giannis. There's no player of Giannis' stature on Miami. So it kind of works out for everyone. I think that it's a fun trade to witness and look at. And honestly, I think, like I said, in conclusion, it works out for everyone.
Fair enough. All right. You two have been chirping in the background. Who wants first crack, Kelce or Hector?
Oh, I mean, I don't know why Hector hates Keon Johnson so much, but I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that for Hector to talk about in a minute.
Props at this point.
Probably that's just what Hector does. He likes to mess with me a lot. But no, I think Nate, you're exactly right. I think that's a spot on analysis of what this trade is. It is a win for everybody. And you talk about Drew Holiday. The Blazers have already come out and said, yeah, we're not going to keep him. We're going to go get compensation for him, which means Drew Holiday might be the biggest winner after being the biggest ass out of this trade, out of the people involved, because he literally just said the day before, I want to finish my career as a Milwaukee Buck. I love this city and I love this team. And then boom, he's traded. So he kind of gets made to look like the complete ass out of that. But, unfortunately for him, but then fortunately, he's probably going to end up a Laker by the end of all of this and going to be playing with LeBron and having a great time down there. But yeah, no, I think every team wins here. Most importantly, the Suns get cap space. That's huge for them. And then you look at the Bucks. This might be the first time I've seen a blockbuster trade where it's a complete fit for defensive ability, offensive ability, style of play, everything with the other superstar that's already there. Because Giannis is not going to be. Giannis should never shoot threes. I know he does it. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole different conversation. But he should never be the one taking outside shots. He should always be dominating the paint. And he's one of the best defensive players in the league. And then Dame on the other side can be a lockdown defender when you need him to. He doesn't often do it because he spends too much time putting up 40 trying to keep the Blazers relevant. Now he doesn't have to do that. Now he gets to sit here and conveniently just drop 30 and get 10 assists, get his 5 extra long rebounds that he's going to get and have a great time playing next to Giannis, who is, 27 now, the peak of his career, and he's already a dominant player in the league. Like, if you're Dame, I know Miami was probably the destination you want to end up at, but this is probably the best fit for your basketball abilities. And if you want that ring at the end of the day, you want that trophy, this is probably going to be the route you're going to need to take it. And it's not like the climate in Milwaukee is something he's not used to. He did go to school at Weber State. That's Utah for those that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
BFE Utah on top of that. So it's a win all around. And Yusuf Nurkic might be the underrated piece of this whole thing. That defensive center. It's not going to score. Not going to give you many points offensively, but he can win an offensive battle if you need him to in a matchup, except for against Nikola Jokic, it seems like.
No, fair enough. Listen, and I'll put this in here quick. It's getting another star in the East and taking him out of the West. As a fan of a Western Conference team, Kelce, you can relate to this. Hector, you can relate to this. Whenever your team resurrects itself from the shit box they're in, even though y'all have some good young talent, I will not discourage that.
Well, they had some good young talent until they got arrested.
Yeah.
That's up in the air.
Seems like me and Kelsey's team that make the playoffs. Mine, both of us get knocked out in the first.
Like the former superstar from the Kings.
Either way, I just it's the balances the league a little more. Also, this puts Milwaukee a foot ahead of about I'd say 7 to 8 teams in the East without even like breaking a sweat. So I love the move. I also want to see Dame's game mixing with Giannis's. But Kev, Hector, y'all got any thoughts on this before we start talking a little college ball?
Bucks
I'm a
aren't
Dame
making it
guy.
out of the East.
All of the above.
Hector, you can go
I think-
first. I have a differing opinion.
Okay. I mean, Damian Lillard's my guy. That's one of the guys I've been rooting for ever since he got drafted into the NBA. I've always secretly kind of been pulling for him, even though he's also eliminated the Rockets in multiple playoffs situations. Though I'm actually a Lakers fan. I'm not a Rockets fan. But the thing that I always just liked Dame's game. I've always respected it. Unfortunately, Portland has just never given him a team where they almost had a team, but they just never been close enough. So I think he's in a great situation in Milwaukee where he could definitely do it. I know there was rumors around that he specifically wanted Miami, but I don't think he's going to be tripping about going to Milwaukee at all. And then I can't wait for these Dames to come out with the Milwaukee colors.
Oh, those are going to be clean.
Underrated part of this entire thing.
The one him and Ant's Adidas shoes, the only ones I actually like.
No, you stop that. Donovan Mitchell's, Spider Mitchell's.
Oh yeah, the spiders are cool too.
Mostly because he does Spider-Man colors. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you put out your shoes, you call yourself Spider and you use Spider-Man.
Like
Don't sleep on the Grambly edition ones. The Spider Mitchells.
Those are clean.
Yeah.
The OG Derrick Roses like 1 through 3. Those were clean as fuck.
Yeah, after that.
Next, you're going to tell me the Dwight Howards are great.
Oh god, those are fucking ugly. The Golden Age Adidas basketball shoes when we were in like high school, middle school.
Shaqnosis?
The T-Mac 3s.
I bought 7 pairs of Shaqnosis.
I got a pair. The KG 3s were fucking gas too. Who else had like 6 sneakers? I know T-Mac and KG were my favorite Adidas ones. Oh, Gill 01s were like the fucking cleanest shit I ever seen in my life. They retroed them. They sold out in 10 seconds.
Which one? The Gills? The Gill Zeros?
Yeah, the Gill Zero.
Yeah.
I tried to get the black and gold ones. They came out. They dropped on my birthday last year, and I was literally trying to buy them, and literally my fucking computer kept saying I was on standby, and it never went through. And nope, DJ's got it. These were fucking clean back in the day.
The Jordans he wore before switching to Converse.
Yes.
That had the circular hole on the side of it. That had the circular window.
Air Jordan.
For some reason, I love those forever.
Air Jordan 2009s.
Yep. By the way, Chris with the most smoke I've ever seen in my life, right here. With the Ben Simmons are pretty fresh. Hard to shoot with them on though.
My man's just out here causing trouble in the background. What are you fucking doing, man?
Wreaking havoc, dude.
In the fucking background chat, you freaking degen. Where's your propeller hat?
Oh, dude. All right, I'm gonna go get it. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I think I'm gonna get my Damian Lillard take then while he's getting his hat.
All right, drop your Damian Lillard take. People after.
This move shows Giannis that they will go out and get talent to surround him with. This move is a regression for the Bucks. They are not making it back to the conference finals. I think they'll get bounced before that. It helps them offensively. They might crack into the top 10. They were number 12 last year. Dame's defensive rating has gone up when you don't want it to go up for the past 5 years every season. Chris Middleton's defensive rating is also going up. you now have, I don't want to call him a liability on defense because Damian Lillard's not that bad of a defender, but this is a huge loss defensively. Yeah. Drew Holiday was one of the better.
Hold on now. He's not Steph. Yeah, I mean, compared to Drew, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you look at what was taken out, what was put in. It is a huge step back from that point. Before, if you're going up against the Celtics late in the playoffs, you could put Drew Holiday on Jaylen Brown. You could toss Giannis on Jason Tatum if you wanted to. You could put Chris Middleton on him. That wouldn't be terrible. Chris Middleton has been a Celtics killer, so I don't hate it. And then put Giannis on Al Horford. Those are 3 of our top scorers in the playoffs. Now you're going to put Dame on Brown. If Brown stops turning the ball over, you're fucked. That's a big if. However, I think it hurts their chances to win another championship. I don't think Damian Lillard's scoring output is great enough. He's a good scorer. He's not a great scorer. They would need a historically great scorer. And Dame can shoot. Don't get me wrong. But this will hurt their chances to win another ring with Giannis.
I'm going to counter that by saying, while yes, his defensive performance is worse than Drew's, no doubt about that. That's acceptable. His offensive consistency is much greater than Drew's. You're not going to get 0 points out of him multiple nights ever. You're not going to get 0 points out of him ever unless he doesn't play. And oh my God, Chris,
let's go!
I need you to have 2 chains on because you're going to be the Kirk Cousins
replacement. If it lands on green, everybody drinks for free. Ah, shit. I think it was red.
Well, yeah, Chris is gone. He's making everybody pay for
their my intern. Are you ever surprised at this?
This is culture.
No, but anyways, but yeah, like, Kev, you have a point with like the defensive side of things, but I think the offensive side, the one thing that this does for the Bucks is takes the pressure off of Giannis to be the only scorer, because for a lot of games, Giannis was the primary scorer, and especially in the playoffs. You saw when Chris Middleton took a dump on the playoffs offensively, it was over. I mean, it was over for the Bucks. There was no alternative scoring other than Giannis, and look, we all seen it. You can build a wall and you shut down Giannis. Well, you can't build a wall when you have Dame on the team. He might have to take 20 shots, but he's going to hit 12 of them, and you're going to be looking at a 30, 40-point game for him. So while, yes, he's a liability defensively, I think his offense makes the other team have problems on their own offense side, because there's so much pressure to hit every shot on that case. When you have a guy that can put up 40, you have 2 guys on the other team that can put up 40 consistently. And then you have Chris Middleton that can chip in 10 to 15, and then you're like, oh crap, what do I do now? Like, and then let's not forget Brook Lopez is still on this team. He can still shoot threes, still drops in 12 points to assist in this one. So I think while your point is valid about the defensive side, I do think his offense more than makes up for it for a lot of ways. And it's the one thing that'll take the pressure off Giannis in the playoffs, I think.
All right. And all right, listen, I wanted, so on Tuesday, we talked a little bit about Colorado laying an egg and how Kels, you warned me. I'll give you credit. You and Mace warned me about Colorado. I still took the bait like a sucker.
I took the bet.
You said don't. You said take them to cover. I took the money line like an idiot.
Bro, I don't listen to Kelce anymore after that Tulane pick.
My man is literally just going after
done.
This man is mad because the refs gave the Lane Kiffin suckers a win. This man is mad at me because the refs gave them the win over Tulane. It's not my fault.
Jared, I gave the guy a chance.
Chris, you are a good man and you are a solid intern for giving Kelce a chance here. Don't let him sucker you into any more bad bets, even though you're in last place, and it would have helped anyway.
Damn, dude,
the guy who's joining us right now literally is fading faster than you at this point. Joining us now, my other favorite Texan, our fantasy football expert, Chris Collinsworth impersonator extraordinaire, and one of the chillest motherfuckers I know, ladies and gentlemen, Mason Ruck.
Man, just another great interview, another great introduction. Sorry,
I got my Pat. I got it from the Pat McAfee.
Mason's been imbibing a little bit right now.
Now here's a guy
who is definitely not sober.
No,
I'm feeling great. Yeah, ready for this game tonight.
Listen, I mean, Mason joined with Chris already. I have a propeller hat in his fucking head already, but Mace, we're talking about. So, fellas, I don't know if you guys saw, Oregon posted a nice little tribute video to this weekend's massacre. I kind of dug it a little bit. Mace, you and me had a little, like, we both liked it in the chat. I I didn't realize how much shit talking Colorado was doing before the game and pregame. I didn't see any of this shit. I just saw Oregon smashing the clock and everything else with the fucking prime shades on, and the mascot tearing his own head off and shit.
Still one of the best things ever was when a mascot loses their head.
I fucking love that video. But I still think what Prime is doing is amazing for college football. I see Kevin's wearing the Colorado U hat right now. What still? Listen, I'm still all about the Prime hype. Kev, you're muted.
Still muted.
My shit disconnected.
Damn.
So speak. You had something to say. Go.
I just want to point out I did not order this hat. I was in Colorado a couple weeks ago and bought it there, just to be clear.
Smart man.
No, I'm not knocking on you saying that you like. What I'm saying is it's a dope hat. I love Colorado's colors, by the way. 2, I still am on the Colorado fan thing. Like, I want Prime to succeed. He's won me over. But it was kind of the universe coming back to normal with you, Oregon just fucking shitting on him. And now USC might drop 50 this week before they score.
Realistically,
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I think
not
USC is
before
still
this.
extremely limited and on the defensive side of the ball. So I think like the deficit, like Colorado is definitely going to put up points. Are they going to keep up with USC? Absolutely not. But they're going to drop, I don't know, like 21, 28 points. But USC is probably going to score 60 plus. I mean, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. I mean, USC has their own defensive issues. There's no getting around that. But I don't need to go back, Jared. You made a comment in there, and I need to address this. You said you want Prime to succeed. Like, he hasn't already succeeded at Colorado?
No,
He's brought in
right
over
now,
$1 billion of advertisement revenue to this school.
Okay. Let me
The way he
on the field, I want him to win, make bowl games, and bring Colorado to the point where it's like, okay,
yeah. What was Colorado's record last year? Let's start there.
Were they 2-10?
1-11.
Yeah.
Holy
They've
fuck.
tripled their output in wins already this season. And if you were realistic about the Buffalo's chances this year, you knew they were going to lose to Oregon. You know they're going to lose to USC. They're probably also going to lose to Utah and potentially even Washington. They're going to have 4 losses this season. There's no doubt about that. If they get 3 losses, that's a huge win for the season. But like saying that he hasn't already won, considering what this team was, he sold out a black versus gold game, and the school hasn't seen a sellout in over a decade. And he sold out the spring practice. Like, that's already a victory.
Okay,
and then he's really showing a victory and showing what
I
he can do.
understand that.
Now
I
he
was
knows
not
what he should do
knocking
next
what
year.
the success he already has already.
Okay.
I mean, the guy was selling out Jackson State football games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's already victorious, but now to your point, I know but I'm just making sure we all are on an agreement in that the fact that what he's doing so far, what he's done so far is already a victory for what you were trying to do. And then now, I mean, anything above 6 wins is a huge celebratory moment for Colorado and for what Deion's trying to do. And then, yeah, look, he gave up a boatload of points to Bo Nix, who's probably going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate or finalist here at the end of the year if he plays the way he did this last weekend. And you're probably going to give a boatload of points up to a future number 1 pick in the draft in Caleb Williams the next time when you play USC. And you're probably going to give a boatload of points to the second quarterback being taken in the draft next year with Michael Penix Jr. Like, it's just part of the equation right now with the Pac-12 just being what they are. I know, Kevin, I said second quarterback taken in the draft, and it is laughable. But honestly, somebody's going to take him in the draft way too early, just like we saw with really any quarterback in the last 4 years.
Oh, no, he's going to be taken way too high. I just think Drake May, regardless of how he does this year, is still going to be the second quarterback
Probably
taken.
Should be, but here's I have the same philosophy about Drake May. He's just one of those guys that we've all recognized his talent for 3 years, and now it's just nitpicking everything, and it's going to nitpick him to the 4th quarterback or the 3rd quarterback taken, where he's not going to be taken where he should be. It happens every year. There's always one player that we see that way. So I just have Drake May as this coming up year. But yeah, no, I mean, look, getting back to Colorado, I think it's a victory for Colorado just to be here.
Yeah, I want to add on to your point, Kelsey. If they lose to all 4 of the teams that you just talked about, there's absolutely no shame. 8-4 after a 1-11 season. I mean, that's great to me. That sounds awesome to me. If I was a Colorado fan, I would say, we already saw a ridiculous turnaround in 1 year. And I think the interesting perspective from all of it is when you really think about Colorado, this is the weakest that they'll ever be under Dion. They're only going to get better. The recruiting's only going
to be ridiculous.
Yeah. So this is realistically the weakest that they'll ever be. And they're going to be going to a conference where there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in terms of who's going to be the actual contending teams that are going to consistently make the playoff and win that conference in the Big 12 every single year. So they have to me, it's a massive opportunity for them. And, you go 8-4. I mean, even if you go 7-5 this year, you can absolutely, if you're a Colorado fan, chalk that up to a W all the way around.
What's that? The Holiday Bowl for my Christmas?
Especially if they get a bowl game.
If they get to finish 7-5, you figure they're Holiday Bowl bound, probably San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. They're like, oh, I got to get out of Boulder and get some sunshine and 70-degree weather and Christmas. Like, that's a win. They're taking that in a heartbeat.
Watch them get the Fenway Bowl.
Right.
Hey guys, you just spent all this time in beautiful Colorado. Welcome to Boston in January.
Is it Boise? Is that the other Pac-12 game that's like 7 or 8 in the Pac-12? Isn't that they go to the Spud Bowl, whatever the Boise State one is?
Yeah, I think it's called the famous
Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yes,
famous
exactly.
Idaho Potato. Yeah, whatever the fuck.
But isn't that like the 7th or 8th team in the Pac-12, which is where they'd be if they finished like 6-6, 7-5? Like, that would just be the worst. Like, oh man, I'm going from Boulder to Boise. Ugh. I played here enough in the Mountain West.
You gotta get a basket of potatoes.
I feel like playing the blue turf has got to be fun a little bit though.
It's a gimmick.
That's got to be a football bucket list kind of thing though. Playing once on the blue turf,
like playing on black turf, like they have in New Jersey.
Yeah, black turf?
Is allegedly not it's about as hot as green grass.
Yeah,
Is
no,
really?
I actually
according to the school that decided on black turf.
Because the fact that they get on it, it was like 30 degrees warmer.
I've been to that stadium before. It's weird looking, man. It's weird.
My cousin coaches a team in California with gray turf. They have it's a light gray turf. It's kind of sick actually. That one's actually pretty sick because they have green accents on it.
Okay,
but yeah, that one I was impressed with.
Back to the call. Did anyone find Dan? And I know it was a pregame speech, and they're gonna hype their team up. Did anyone think Dan Lanning's comments are corny as shit?
Not in the slightest, because the shit that Dion says is equally as corny, dog. And like the equally as staged, like sort of Colorado player behavior is like identical. Like Colorado has emphasized this idea that, oh, we're going to film everything. We're going to completely publicize it, show it to everyone. And the players know that. So they behave a specific way. And what Dan Lanning did last week is no different.
I think his comment, they play for clicks, we play for wins, is hilarious considering Oregon has 500 uniforms, which is 500 more national championships than they have, but only 499 more than Colorado. And then posting that video for clicks, it's ridiculous to say that they're playing for clicks, but we're not. When Oregon has historically done everything for attention.
I just don't think we should be expecting coaches to understand irony. So
that's fair.
I just think it's kind of weird how. My fault. Sorry.
No. Nate, you haven't talked yet. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because I remember a few days ago, I think Dion posted a video. I think about how his text message with Travis Hunter, how Hunter wanted to play this week against USC, and he was telling the team guess who sent this message? And everyone was like, Travis Hunter. I think it's just weird how they're recording all this and how Dion's talking about these text messages with one of his players and how he's trying to set an example for the rest of his team. I don't know. I just feel it's kind of weird. Like the whole playing for clicks thing kind of makes sense because I just feel like that's what they're doing in a way. Even though I'm sure they're not trying to, but it's just why are you telling your players? You know what I'm saying? They should be one-on-one.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing.
No,
that
yeah,
Colorado, everything has been for attention this season. I'm just saying Oregon has done the same thing for way longer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They just utilize uniforms instead of viral marketing campaigns.
But can we talk about the fact that Oregon has the worst visiting locker rooms I've seen out of any division?
Well, wait.
Iowa.
No, Iowa. Yes, Jared. Have you seen those, Kelce?
Are you talking about the pink ones?
Yes.
Dude, those are fire. I would take that over literal, like, prison lockers any day of the week. These were literally lockers you see in a 7th, 8th grade high school football team.
Well, okay, I did see the videos. I mean, how are they different?
They're literally just metal squares. Like, that's all it is. It's just a metal square. But the pink ones that, like, so in Iowa, they've actually updated them in the last 3 years. They now have actual padded seats to them as well. And they have a seat out in front. And there's room. You actually have room to sit down in front of your locker. You're not stomped into a little corner. But no, and plus, like, let's be honest, if somebody threw me in a pink room to try to intimidate me, I'd start laughing, and I couldn't wait to blank them on the scoreboard. Like, that's Iowa wonders why they haven't been able to score a lot of points in the history. Like, it's because you put people in a pink room and said, "This is intimidating," right? No, dude, this is the 21st century, man. These dudes are wearing pink shirts on the way into the game. Like, are you kidding me? Hey, come on now. No, Iowa, don't get me started. But no, I think Oregon, with how much money they have, like, you're literally gonna. This is how I want to
I'm all
get
for the
recruits and NIL.
uncomfortable. I'm all for the uncomfortable locker room for the visiting team.
I'm for the uncomfortable locker room, but
I
this
do
is
have
an
a story.
annex to the football stadium.
It's
like that's the problem. It's like this is an annex to the football stadium.
Okay,
I like that part, Kelce. Like, particularly that it's like you got to leave the field, walk across the parking lot, and then you're in like the worst locker room you've probably ever visited as like a D1 athlete.
Like, I want every team to have their own
No.
Thad Castle and sending the cheerleaders over to the other teams, like hotel to try to hook them up so they're sleepy by game time. Like, I want those. I want dirty tactics from the home team.
Look, I love the hotel, set the alarm off, all that. That's fine.
So when I was a senior in high school, our rival high school, they moved their locker room for the away team to they built it behind the snack shed. So you had all the nasty oil, that weird oil smell coming through the vents. And somebody pissed all over the fucking floor in that locker room. And it was like almost one of those like swimming pool kind of locker rooms where everything drains in the middle.
The troughs.
And somebody fucking was pissing in that shit. It fucking reeked in there. Dude, I never wanted to walk out and punch one of their players so hard in my life.
No, you want to hear about one of the worst. Okay, so talking about worst locker rooms here. Worst high school locker room I ever went into was in Asheville, Alabama, and it was you have to walk through the bathroom that all the fans use. You have to walk through that, and it was a trough bathroom on both sides. So there's literally just a giant trough on both sides of the wall. Smells just reeks of piss. You have to walk through there to get to the locker. So you're stopping the shit out of the other team, but you have to then walk past their fans to go in at halftime, and they're just ready to piss on you and do everything. And mind you, this is high school football. Like, this shouldn't be this way, but it is Alabama, so they're idiots. But yeah, so you're walking through, and then you get into this locker room, and it's the same thing. It's these metal square piece of crap prison lockers, barely can fit your helmet inside of it, and you're just like, you know what? No, and I'm ready to go. Like, it was the point our coach was just like, look, after this game is over, we're not walking back in the locker room. Everybody make sure your shit's ready to go. The trainers will have it inside the bus already. We're just going straight on the bus, and you can change when you go home. Like, change at the bus, because it was stupid. It was the dumbest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah. Like, they so the other part of my story was they shoved a potato in the tailpipe of our bus. And these guys had a D1 kick returner on their roster who scored all their points. And in Connecticut, that basically it gives you a fucking cheat code. So, like, it was just a weird environment, man. They're like, why is the bus not starting? And then my coach walks out. I hear him drop the loudest fucking F-bomb in the parking lot I've ever seen. Walk back on, and goes, guys, open up all your windows. Just try to chill for a minute. They got to take care of the bus. And watching two of my coaches try to unscrew a potato that was jammed like a log into the back of the tailpipe was hilarious. But
pencil in it.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Pull
I
it
guess
out.
that's playing ball in Connecticut. I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for America's favorite game, the game we're all waiting for, where we tell you the bets we're going to make and why they're fucking terrible. It is time.
We started.
for the six-pack presented by the amazing folks at cannabis.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. If you're like me, you need something dip-related. It took me a while to quit. I've wanted to go back so many times. This helped me stay off of it. It is great product. There's a great company that we work with. One time they shorted me on an order. They ordered me the entire thing for free on their dime. Multiple amazing flavors like wintergreen, Arnold Palmer, grape. You have other flavors that go in various different shades. Check them out right now. Cannabis.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off at checkout. Listen, it's a great deal. One of these tins usually goes for $10, about like $8.05. So can't beat it. All right, gentlemen, we're going to start off in the college landscape. We're starting off our Friday night football game in the Pac-12 passing league. Utah at Oregon State. I messed up the rankings. I believe Oregon State is number 19. But either way, they're only 3.5-point dogs at home. Or no, I think I did that wrong.
No,
that's right.
Oregon State is at home, and Oregon State's the favorite.
Oh, okay. So I did that wrong.
Utah are road dogs, even though they're ranked higher.
Yep.
And
I'm interested.
Jared, I think this line. Yeah, hey Jared, I don't know if you want to change this, but this line is now 4.5.
It moved again?
Yes, Oregon State.
I just checked ESPN like 20 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, it did move. Holy shit. Well, debate, fellas.
Yeah, not that it matters since we're picking money line, but whatever.
Yeah, but like this is more for like upset pick if you want to do something crazy. But
I got +4 by the way on my betting app.
Yeah, for DraftKings, I believe it's +4. But ESPN uses Caesars, so that's what we roll off of. Anyway, we'll start with one of our favorite humans. Kevin, what are you thinking Utah, Oregon State on a Friday night in Corvallis?
I mean, Oregon State was the Pac-2 runner-up this year. So they came real close to winning that conference. So I think it's tough to beat. DJ Uyunglele, now that he is out of the black hole that is a Dabo Swinney offense, is looking pretty good. He doesn't have Christ on his side anymore, but I think that kind of counteracts losing Dabo. So, and Cam Rising still isn't playing. He's still out. So I'm going to go with the Beavers.
I will go with Oregon State as well. After me literally dropping a nuclear dookie of an insult on DJ last time I was on Kevin's show, I have turned a new leaf because I'm impressed at how he's played in Corvallis so far. Also, I think Utah quarterbackless is just a problem. They played great against a really not physical UCLA team. But then again, any team that Chip Kelly coaches has the physicality of a puppy. So that being said, I will take Oregon State. Chris, keep these written down. Obviously, we'll read off Matt's pick at the end of the round. Mr. Mason, who are you taking in Corvallis tomorrow?
I'm taking the Utes. So does this count as an upset or no, Jared?
Yes, this counts as your upset if you would like it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm rolling Utah here. I watched Oregon State play Washington State for about a quarter and a half, and I was not impressed with what I saw from DJ. So I will roll with Utah here.
All right, fair enough. Mr. Flores.
I mean, I really want to pick Utah here, especially because they've been torturing USC last year. And I was actually going to say I wasn't going to be surprised if this team ends up winning the Pac-12 again. But, yeah, I think the quarterback spot is going to be a big loss for them. So I'm going with Oregon State.
All right, and finally, the rookie, before we get to Kelce. Mr. Nate, who are you taking here, Utah, Oregon State?
I hate to be the follower, but I'm going to go Oregon State too. I think what worries me the most is Utah. They had offensive issues last week against UCLA. They beat them 14-7. So it's defensively, they look good last week, but offensively, 14 points, really not the best thing to be looking at. And plus, DJ Ukulele, or however you say his last name.
We got to roll with that one. I love it.
He basically said, fuck Clemson and joined Oregon State. And ever since he's joined the Beavers, he's been playing pretty well, aside from the game that Mason mentioned just now. So I'm going to go Oregon State. I believe in Ukulele. And, just fuck Utah this week, to be honest.
There you go. All right.
Just don't
Kelce.
get it painted on your nails.
No.
Yeah, don't do that at all. You guys talked about them being quarterbackless. They've been quarterbackless all season. And what's the record again? Does anybody want to?
Undefeated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, undefeated. By the way, did they beat Baylor with being quarterbackless? The same two quarterbacks? Was that possible? Potentially. They've also been doing this without Micah Pittman as well, who is Michael Pittman's younger brother. He should be back this week, which is a huge weapon. And by the way, this defense still hits like a Mack truck. I'm taking Utah. Look, Kyle Whittingham is not a guy to mess with. When will people figure this out? Reser Field is not an intimidating place to play. They literally just knocked down their entire main stand, which is the most intimidating part of that stadium. Now that it's knocked down, that's just probably the most intimidating part now is how do you pronounce Reser Field? By the way, it's Reser. For all those spoiler alerts, but yeah, give me Utah here.
Now we learned.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Who are you taking, and who is Mr. Matt taking? I don't even know if he's back right now. Like the freaking his screen is just dark. All right. Well, he'll fill in as we go. All right, we're moving on. Oh, nope, there he is. The propeller is back.
I was just checking for Matt's pick. So I took Utah. I might go Oregon State because Kelce took Utah, and I gotta go opposite.
I was wondering if you were.
Valid point.
But
That's all right. Go ahead and take your loss there. That's fine. You won't get an upset either.
Matt took Oregon State.
Okay. All right.
I believe so.
Speaking of Maddie, his Tigers take on Ole Miss in Oxford. I'm going to make it simple here. I'm taking LSU. I don't trust Ole Miss, the Land Sharks, River Sharks, Rebels, whatever the fuck they're called now.
Running Rebel Land Sharks?
Yeah, sure. It's a running rebel riding a land shark. There we go. All right.
Rebel Black Bears, technically, I think is their official media name.
What the shit? All right. Either way, I am taking the LSU Tigers here. I will be back momentarily. There's something burning in my basement. I have to make sure it's not actually on fire. I think it's just some kind of food or some shit, but I'll be back momentarily.
Chaos. I'm sorry. Anyways.
All right, I'm taking over. Mace, who are we taking? Sorry, I'm just trying to be Jared.
Okay, I am going to roll with the Tigers here, but I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. LSU is a good team, don't get me wrong, but look, I think Ole Miss played Bama quite close last week. I mean, 14-point game, 2-touchdown game, and I really don't think LSU has been all that impressive in conference. Last week against Arkansas at home, not impressive. Not an impressive victory by 3 points that came down to the wire. So I think LSU pulls through, but this is probably a field goal game, maybe a 6-point game to me. So I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect.
Jared, I took over for you. So we're good.
It's okay, I appreciate it. It's okay. Nobody's dying in my house. My dad is just attempting to fry fried chicken. He let the oil get too hot. It's better. It's better now. He just the smell's lingering apparently.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like I'm covering up the burnt smell with more burnt.
Hey, listen, it ain't my fucking house. All right, everyone go yet, or who's picking stuff?
No, we literally made it one person.
Okay, so Mace picked.
I won. I went LSU.
All right, Kels, I made you go last time. You're up next.
I think I'm going to go LSU here, but this does feel like one that Lane Kiffin decides to randomly pull out of a hat. I don't trust Brian Kelly for the life of me. I don't know why. It's not like I grew up a Notre Dame fan or anything. It's like I watched him suck for years. I mean, you know what? Screw it. Let's do Ole Miss. Let's just go for 2 underdogs in a row. Lane Kiffin here with an upset. I have no rhyme or reason for it other than this just feels like a weird one. That Lane Kiffin manages to pull off.
Fair enough. All right. Mr. Nate.
Yeah, I'm going to go LSU. I like Jaden Daniels. I like Malik Neighbors. Neighbors has pretty much gone off these past couple games against Arkansas and Mississippi State. It kind of scares me since, Arkansas and Mississippi State aren't Ole Miss. Because Ole Miss, they handled their own against Alabama, despite the fact that Alabama isn't really the team that we're used to seeing. I'm gonna go LSU. It won't be like a blowout crazy game. They'll be close, but I'll go LSU.
All right, Kev, just go.
First off, I don't trust Jackson Dart. I can't tell if he has a ridiculous name or an incredible name. I don't trust him.
Yes.
He's got the loosest helmet in college football, so don't trust him either. Ole Miss did not hold their own against Alabama. Based on how the teams played all year, they should have won by 3 scores. But Lane Kiffin's too busy with running his dog's Twitter account and calling Nick Saban grandpa in between dicking down barely legal freshmen in Oxford. So don't trust Joey Freshwater in big games. Somehow more than I don't trust Brian Kelly in big games. So give me the Tigers.
PG, Kevin. Come on, brother.
What about our show?
Hold on, no, stop it.
Why are you watching?
Wait, we have limits now?
When has this show ever
Yeah,
been
I was going to say, like, wait.
I mean, but we can at least keep it respectful for the folks at home.
Jared's
man.
intro starts with 4 F-bombs and a shit. It's like if Jared makes through an intro without hitting 5 F-bombs, I'm shocked.
I said they were legal.
Just barely. There's a child in here. I'm wearing a propeller hat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not a child wearing a propeller hat. You're just a drunkard wearing a propeller hat.
There's a difference.
God
It
damn
can
right.
be both.
I respect both the
Barely
drunkard
legal.
and the propeller hat, but
Look, I need more caffeine. All right. All right, Hector,
here's
go.
what football guy where is going with this one.
Man, it's like I really don't trust Brian in any way, man. LSU, like, huh?
I said copy paste from the last 3 of us. I've also
Yeah,
the same thing
I
about
really
Brian
don't,
Kelly.
man. I have a real soft spot for LSU, man. I don't say I'm a fan of LSU in any shape or form, but I do have a little soft spot for them. But it like you were saying, man, like this game does give me that kind of how Mason said this could be a very close game, and also it also shakes up to be one of those like weird Lane Kiffin games. Jackson Dart, ever since he left USC, because everyone thought he was going to be USC's Caleb Williams. Clearly that didn't pan out, but so it's like I'm conflicted here. But I think at the end of it, I'm taking LSU.
All right. Lone soldier, am I?
Fair enough. All right, intern,
Also,
what are
Kelsey
you
picked
and
Ole Miss.
yeah? All right,
Wow,
intern,
thanks
what are
guys. I
you
love
and,
you guys too.
You and Matt take. Oh, we all know.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Me and Maddie, both LSU fans, probably will never pick against this team. Going to be national champions this year. Go Tigers. LSU.
Chris, I want to count. Can you count how many beers you've had tonight on your fingers?
Dude, no. I run out of fingers.
The fact that the answer starts with dude.
You know what I love about this kid the most is this dude works his ass off for me from about 9 a.m. in the morning till about 6, and then gets smacked and then comes to the show. And it's the best combination of talent I've ever seen. I'm like, hey, Chris, you use? Yeah, I got it. It's good. Hey, Chris, you use? Yeah, it's good. And then he's like, hey, Chris, how many beers you had today? I'm like, I can't count them anymore. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I love it. Chris, don't make this happen because this is how alcoholism starts, but I love the initiative.
You know, he just has to drink this much to make sure he gets the same amount of misspellings in you guys' social media posts as if Jared was running the show.
Got to get consistency.
Dude, I'm a terrible speller. I'm surprised I haven't messed up yet.
Don't
Jared
worry.
does all the
If you
time.
messed up,
You're
it would
fine.
just be normal.
How would you like to join the U.S. military?
Get ready to join the military, buddy. I'm so in.
Hey, listen, Chris, if it's a propeller hat, you can wear underneath your helmet. How about that?
Hell
Let's do that.
yeah.
Let's do-
Let's
Yeah,
go.
helicopter.
Actually, I don't even think I want him with the helmet. Just put the propeller hat on. That way I can tell the windage.
Dude,
Oh, God.
dude, I almost
Stop
flew
this.
away the other day. Shit was crazy.
Moving on.
Yeah, all right, fuck. Okay. All right, last college game, Notre Dame going to Durham to take on the Duke Blue Devils. I almost said Blue Dew Devils. Notre Dame 5.5-point road favorites. Duke, after their not so amazing upset over the Dabos, still ranked in the top 20. All right, gentlemen, anybody taking Duke here? I'm just going to start with that, and we'll see what we do. Oh, the new guy's taking Duke here.
I believe in the basketball school. I really do. I feel like they can do this. You know, I know they beat Clemson, and Clemson's like they're like a good school, but they're not like what they're used to seeing. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling that they're gonna pull this out against Notre Dame. Yeah, they lost to Ohio State, but they barely lost to Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's something there that the Devils can, just how do I say it? I don't know. I just feel like I want to go underdog here. I want to go with.
I feel like you talked yourself in a circle and you wanted to go back to Notre Dame, but you've already
no,
too far.
A little bit, but like I don't know. I believe in Duke. I don't have a clear reason. I should have done more research on it, but I believe.
I said the same thing about Ole Miss. Don't worry. Like, you were literally giving the exact same reasoning I gave for Ole Miss.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
he's Nate's nerves.
Kevin believes.
If Marcus Freeman decides to drop 10 men out every play, then yeah, Duke's gonna win. But
even with 10 men, I think they still win.
I don't know.
I think Duke fucking covers. I just think Notre Dame's gonna win, unfortunately. This is like, hey Jared, pick your least favorite basketball and football school in one fucking game. Actually, second least favorite football school.
If the professor didn't come out and straight up tell the quarterback you should have done better and you should have done your work like the lineman, I think Duke has a chance in this game. But because he came out and said that after the victory over Clemson, it's game over.
Yeah. I think
I don't have a studious quarterback and win a football game in college. It's just not how this works.
This Notre Dame team is not losing back-to-back ones, unfortunately. Yeah. As much as I love to pick Duke, I can't pull the trigger on this one.
It's really going to suck that Notre Dame blew that game last week because I mean, they're going to beat Clemson. It's at home. Or no, it's on the road. But I don't think they're going to be able to. Well, I don't think they're going to be able to hang with USC, man, which sucks because, I mean, as you guys know, I hate USC, so.
Thank goodness.
Transfer portal reasons aside, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a huge like Los Angeles guy, like in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams ain't got shit on that. All right.
Matt Leinart taking ballet.
Yeah. All right, Hector. I'm interested to hear your take on this one.
I think Notre Dame is going to be a good test for Duke to see where exactly are they as a football program. But I'm just a firm believer in Sam Hartman. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. I think he made a really wise decision in transferring from Wake Forest to Notre Dame to kind of get more familiar with a pro-style offense. But I just don't know if Duke's ready for a team like Notre Dame.
I think this is going to show also a preview of how bad Notre Dame will beat the head-in of Clemson. Clemson might be a 5-loss team this year.
They are lucky, man, and maybe this changes, dude. If let's say they lose like 4 games, I wonder if guys who are committed are just going to be like,
I foresee the recruiting class because honestly, like if you look at the ACC right now, it's Florida State, then it's a jumble of the 3 of Duke, North Carolina, and Miami sort of sneaking in there, and then it's everything else. And Clemson's kind of just like do a little tailspin on the way down.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
How did you bring Miami into this conversation?
Hey, we're right.
Jared, I will fact check you, dude. I think currently it's FSU, Clemson, and then Miami, and then everybody else. But
eight Miami ranked and Clemson's not. But it's just me. I don't know.
Does 25th count as ranked now? Beat Miami.
Like since when is being a 20 through 25 team count as being ranked?
We're 18. You fucking asshole.
Counts. In what poll? Because it's not all of them.
AP poll.
I'm pretty sure you guys in the coaches poll are 21.
Who gives a fuck about the coaches poll?
Every coach in America.
Whatever. I don't fucking care. Either way, I will stick by my statement. I think Clemson is the beginning is starting finally. So Kev,
The beginning
Lincoln
is starting. I just want to point out that
Yeah.
that
The
is
ceiling is the roof. All right.
Wrong basketball school, guys.
Fuck off. All right. Chris, Maddie, and you, who are they taking?
We're gonna take the Fighting Irish this week. Bounce back from last week.
Are you sure? Because I took Notre Dame. So are you sure you're going to take Notre Dame?
Okay.
Fuck.
Stop. All right.
That was probably the
Listen,
well-placed.
Kelce, you're literally going to give this kid like an 0-6 week. Stop trying to fuck with his head right now.
He started this. I'm finishing it.
Chris,
Dude,
Chris. Kelce is a very intelligent human being, but he's also a fucking asshole. So you have to understand the balance here.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
I'm here for the chaos.
I'm already chipping in for that jersey at the end of the year. I already know with all these picks Kelsey's giving me.
Well, listen, it'll be helpful.
I'm going to win the jersey, so that's fine.
Well, you weren't
What's your
actually
jersey of choice if you won?
You don't want to know.
Is it a damn Cowboys jersey? I swear to God, Kelce.
Well, I'm going to make it a Cowboys jersey now.
I mean, if only he was actually entered in
Kelce?
the picks competition.
Who is your favorite Cowgirls player?
All time? Or just
on the squad right now?
Zach Martin?
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Nice.
I like that.
I like that.
Actually, I don't mind that.
How about all time?
Nobody hates O-linemen.
No, I mean, dude, Zach Martin is an automatic Hall of Famer and easily one of the greatest Cowboys ever. I mean, that's a very casual pick, I'd say.
He's done nothing wrong. It's just the Cowboys just suck, but he's done nothing wrong.
He's
Not
an
gonna lie.
all-time.
I thought you were gonna say like Michael Gallup or something.
I will slap the spinny hat off you.
He's gonna keep spinning.
No. To answer Mason's question, though, he asked my all-time favorite. I think it's a toss-up between Nate Newton and probably Larry Allen. That left side of that offensive line in the 90s. That's because I became a fan in 98. So this is post-Super Bowl victory. And they were still on the team. They were aging out, but they were still on the team. So Nate Newton and Larry Allen, I think, are the obvious two choices there.
All right, let's just hope.
I can't really think of anybody else there. But.
Let's hope Matt doesn't win again, because I swear to God, buying Jets jerseys just makes me feel depressed.
Whatever he asked for, just get him a Zach Wilson one.
Well, I mean, we got him a Sox one last year. That was his go-to. I mean, this year, if I win, it's going to be a Jalen Carter. But drag racing not included, sold separately.
Look who showed up.
Look at this guy right here.
Look at these cast of characters. Maybe Matt's having a good time
Matt's
himself.
Matt, listen, it's coming down to crunch time. Matt's lit as fuck right now.
Don't blame him.
All right,
doing it right.
We all got our picks, and everyone good where I hit the NFL.
I mean, I'm good, but I'm not ready to hit the NFL.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Full steam ahead. Let's do it.
Kelce and Mason going head to head on this one. All right, Cowboys playing host to the Patriots in Jerry World. Zeke's revenge game.
It will be.
Bill
Belichick.
The Cowgirls coming off of the loss to the Cardinals. Patriots coming off of their annual first win of the year over the Jets.
Coming for the second.
Annual first win of the year, Jared?
No, first Jets win of the year. They usually schedule at least two for Bill always when he
it's always automatic for two every year.
Yeah, at
you're
least
right.
The first one is always like, all right, it's a guarantee. The second one gets a little hairy, but they pull it out.
Right.
Unless I think Bill secretly planted some gum on the turf to catch Aaron Rodgers' cleat to make sure it stayed intact. I don't know. It's kind of like a little that old Justin Timberlake ad right there. Anyway, holy shit.
We're not talking about the Jets, but okay. He's got.
All right, hey, intern, you heard it here first. That's Matt's upset pick for the week. Oh wait, no, he wants a house. Okay, you know what? No, I approve that. Hey, Mason and Chris, do you guys approve a house upset for the boys if the Jets pull off it? We're already 1 for 1.
Jets, man.
Jesus Christmas.
A house upset if the Jets beat the Chiefs?
My boy is getting married tomorrow. Let's do it for Maddie, all right? Do it for Maddie and Bianca, all right?
Taylor Swift will be in the house. Do you just remember that when you're making this pick?
fuck it. I will bet against
Man, that
Swifty.
girl's career is gonna blow up now with Kelce.
Yeah, why not? It's for Matt.
God, I mean, I know. I'm just so great. What can I say?
All right, fuck it. All right, house upset is going to be the fucking Jets. Okay,
All
here
right.
we go. I have spoken.
Sounds
All
good.
right, let's go around the horn here. We'll start with the Patriots fan in the house. The two Patriots fans. Mr. Mason, you're up first. You got your boys? They gonna do this or not?
Look, I think this game is going to be a defensive stalemate. Whichever team can play the better defensive game is going to win this ball game. I still don't have a ton of faith, and I don't think anybody should after the performance that Dallas had last week. Pitiful, like absolutely pathetic against Arizona. So, you beat up on the Giants because of a great defensive performance. And the offense for them, like I said, I'm just not convinced. So I think the Patriots, if they can, maybe have a takeaway or two, can absolutely pull this game out. And I'm not going to bet against them, man, against the Cowgirls. So, yeah, I'll take the Patriots here. Double upset this week.
Double upset. Listen, you only can choose one to count for your points, but fuck it, man. Risk it for the biscuit.
Hey, dude.
Hey, listen. Wait, is there? Can you bet yet in Texas?
No.
Nope.
Oh man, such a great state. Such a bad
I know. It's the only thing we're lacking.
Listen, if you Mace, if you throw me a 10% better's fee, if you win, only if you win, I will place this bet for you.
I might have to, dude. Let me know what those.
I'll give you 5% better's fee. It just has to be a bet over $50 or more.
Oh yeah, see, no, I will. I'll do the standard $8 for the entire KB 6-pack parlay. I'll do the quick $8, and that's it. I am a cheap date for this one.
Yeah, hey, I'll consider it. All
right.
Legally speaking, this is just a possibility, not actually a reality.
Yeah,
right.
no,
just a friendly discussion amongst friends.
Funds exchange because the governor of Texas can't be bothered.
These are all jokes and jests and not serious.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Abbott, ignore my podcast, please. All right. I'm going to take the Dallas.
Oh, you're a Patriots fan now?
Yeah, you said the two Patriots fans, and I decided I'm not allowed to talk.
Yeah,
that's what I was expecting. I was expecting Kev right now.
Kev, go. I'm sorry.
You already ruined it, Jared. God.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Pop Douglas is going to take his nuts out and dip them all over the Cowboys secondary. Fucking Mac Jones is going to show everyone why he was the 15th overall pick. Bill Belichick is 5-1 against the Cowboys as coach of the Patriots. Christian Gonzalez, offensive rookie of the year.
Defensive rookie of the year?
Defensive rookie.
He's
that good. He's going to go offensive.
He's going to start playing both sides of the ball tonight.
Because the shit he's about to do to CeeDee Lamb is going to be offensive.
Okay.
Pause.
Not suitable for children.
Pause.
All right. You know what? Fuck. The two of you hyping me up right now. Here's Chuck Pagano made a really good point. He was on McAfee yesterday that the way to slow down Micah Parsons is you run straight fucking at him. And the Cardinals did a lot of it on Sunday. Bill is not a moron when it comes to strategy, and he's got two running backs who like getting the ball and like running downhill, Ramondre and old Zeke boy. And here's the kicker.
Old Zeke boy.
I am a firm believer in Christian Gonzalez. Is like shut up. Christian Gonzalez is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I watched that dude lock up. If it's not going to be Jalen Carter, it's going to be Christian Gonzalez. Dude, that dude locked up A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on multiple plays, and then I watched him do it again the following week to whoever he covered, and the week after.
Tyreek, man. He
had Tyreek. Yeah,
you locked him, bro.
Here's the kicker. I truly believe the Cowboys are their own worst enemy. And the problem is that are they going to press in this game? And when you press against Belichick, that's where he gets you. You stick to your game, you play your game, Cowboys should win. But you two jackasses talked me into it. My upset pick is I'm taking the Patriots over the goddamn Cowboys. Because either way, I pick the Cowboys. They're going to lose or win, depending on how I go with this one. Because apparently I'm the kiss of death to the Dallas Cowboys. Give me the Patriots with the upset. Chris, that's my upset pick this week. Give me old Billy B and the boys from Beantown.
Noted.
Love
All right.
it, Jared. Love the selection,
Mr.
brother.
Flores. I want to hear your thoughts on this one.
Oh man, it's fuck the Cowboys every single day of the week.
Kelsey's feeling love right now.
I'm from Houston. I mean, I'm never gonna say anything nice about Dallas. No, I mean that was just an embarrassment last week. And one of the things that we always say on Insert MSC is, I would hate to be the team that has to face the team that just got embarrassed. And I mean, New England. This is like a 50-50 thing for me, though. But I'm gonna take the Patriots. You guys hype me. Props to Mason and Kev, man. You guys got me into believing.
All right. Good. Let's see. I'm interested, Nate. You've been very quiet about this. I'm interested to see how you're going with this. Your axe to grind with the Patriots, being a Giants fan, is well noted, obviously. But I want, and also, but the fact is, like, you know, you're an NFC East boy like me and Chris, and fuck the Cowboys. So, what do you got?
You know, last week for the first time, I was rooting for Dallas because I picked them in the belly up survival pool, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for that second part of that sentence.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't hate Dallas anymore, and they made it worse. Like, it was like, okay, you couldn't beat Arizona. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, the Giants beat the Cardinals.
I picked the Cowboys too last week for the Super Bowl.
We all picked the Dallas Cowboys. Damn it! And like, it's
fuck.
And it's like the Patriots, right? Like the Patriots defensively, they're really good. Like what I saw week 1 against Philly, I was like, holy crap! They kind of limited Philly low key. Even though the Eagles ended up winning that game, the Patriots defense was pretty solid, and the offense almost came back and won the game. And obviously the Patriots won last week against the Jets and whatnot, and. You guys mentioned Christian Gonzalez, and his play so far this year has been absolutely phenomenal. Even if this Patriots offense just makes some plays, personally, I think Hunter Henry is the most underrated. Well, not the most, but one of the most underrated tight ends in the league. I just feel like he and Mac Jones have like a solid chemistry. I got the Patriots not just because of my hatred for Dallas. I think this is where the downfall for Dallas begins. You lose to Arizona. If you lose to the Patriots, the downfall is going to continue. Like the schedule for Dallas is just so difficult these next few games. They don't win this game, the season's pretty much over. I mean, we know the Dallas.
Dallas is a hard team to play. I'm going to stop you on it's over. The hardest schedule in the NFC East is not Dallas or Philly. Me and Mason and Matt went through this. It's actually your Giants who are
no. I agree 100%. Like personally, I think I don't mean to interrupt you, but
you're listen. You're good. You're the guest here. I'm just the annoying host who interrupts everybody.
Always interrupt Jared.
Like, I understand the Giants' schedule is difficult. Like, I honestly think if we lose to Seattle on Monday night, I know that's not the topic we're discussing, but if the Giants lose on Monday night to Seattle, oh man, just wrap it up already. You got Miami and Buffalo after Seattle. Oh, just throw it out the window, move on to next year. Yeah, but Dallas, they always fall. We know this, right? Dallas always falls off. Like, it's just they have their success, but they always just seem to choke at the worst moments. We saw them choke against Arizona.
Well,
if they lose to New England,
the 49ers there, so I think they might make it a little farther.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't believe in Dallas, and it's I'm gonna say it again.
Right,
it's
so
not because
taking New England on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking New England.
Oh fuck yeah! All right.
Hey, belly up. When you guys create the reel, I just want you guys to keep zooming in on Kelce.
Just keep
and have
no. This is about to be the real.
White. And then
Chris,
don't worry.
Chris, when we do the reel for the show, just keep zooming in on Kelsey's face.
Just remember this moment when you guys are joking, thinking I'm about to say some whole bunch of Cowboys bandwagon shit.
You're picking the fucking Patriots, D-Gen.
I'm gonna prove some points for you guys because Nate said that the end of the downfall for the Cowboys will be coming after this loss. I'm sorry, the Cowboys' downfall started after Mike McCarthy was hired as head coach and they let Kellen Moore go. That is the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys. The moment they gave Dak Prescott, decided not to give him a contract, and then he got injured and then gave him a pity contract, that's when the downfall started for the Cowboys. Zeke is a absolute problem for the Cowboys because you know who's his coach? The Dark Lord himself, Bill Belichick. I'll hail Bill Belichick, the Sith Lord. Whatever you want to come up with him, he is the mastermind. He is the man that makes a fool out of everybody. He literally lets his dog make a pick, and his pick ends up being a guy named Cole Strange, who turns out to be one of the best offensive linemen last year. Doesn't make sense to anybody. By the way, I don't think Mac Jones is going to show out why he's the number 15 pick. I do believe Bailey Zappi shows up in this game. I stand by Bailey Zappi season. Time after time after time again, he is the winningest quarterback on that team, and he will come out and he will play and he will shut down this horrid secondary for the Cowboys, and it's going to be an absolute ball to watch. And you guys mentioned Christian Gonzalez. Let me just say that he should not have slid as far as he did in the draft. The fact that he ended up the fact he ended up a Patriot out of all things is the worst case scenario for every NFL team, especially receivers. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And look, he is going to be offensive player of the year after this game because Dak's probably going to throw him 4 picks. So yeah, like this game is 6.5 point favorites. This should be a slap in the face for whoever makes that spread. This is an idiotic money line. This should be a Patriots +8 money line.
This should be anything.
Like,
it should be basically Cowboys -3 because they're at home. That's literally.
Sorry, Patriots -8. My bad. But yeah, no, like this is an easy Patriots victory. I'm not even gonna this is dumb. Like I'm not even gonna enjoy watching this game. I usually enjoy watching the Cowboys disappoint me even more, but this is gonna be tear-inducing disappointment.
All right, is my intern alive?
I am here.
All right, who you?
Now you got to pick the Cowboys, Chris.
I know that was my pick initially.
That
was the whole purpose of me doing this.
He might get kicked out of his house.
I bought a house anyway, so I'm getting kicked out. My mom's kicking me out. She's like, did Kelce give you your picks this week? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're kicked out.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could get you into your new house.
No,
That's what that means is you took my advice on picks and you won money until now you bought a house.
True. Double it. Give it to the next person. Fuck. Where was I? Okay. Picks. Cowboys. Me and Maddie both took the Cowgirls this week. We didn't want to do it, but we came together and we said Cowboys over the Pats.
I'm trying to
Sorry,
get
Mason.
a trend here. I think literally Chris is just going to see Matt's pick sheet and just take 80% of it, which is a smart strategy. He won last year, but
yeah, it's working. Ride the hot hand.
Yeah, just ignore everything that comes out of me and Kelsey's mouth, and you might actually win something.
No, that's not how this works.
All right. All right, we'll keep going here.
No.
By the way,
not on this show.
Thursday night game just kicked off in a second. We'll talk about that in two seconds. Ravens Browns. I'll start off here. I'm taking the Ravens. I keep trying to believe in Cleveland, but the lack of Nick Chubb here and Lamar getting on like even a better page with Zay Flowers, who I think is a sleeper for offensive rookie of the year. I love Zay Flowers' game. Had a great opening week. Last 2 weeks, a little suspect. I'm taking the Ravens here. It's going to be close. I think the Browns might even cover. Actually, no, the Browns won't cover. Fuck, they're the favorite. Anyway, no. Nah, give me the fucking Ravens straight up. Like they're going to win this game. My brain just dyslexia started.
Let me help you out here then. Ravens lost to the Colts last week, and the Ravens are in payback mode. I don't want to be on Lamar on the receiving end of Lamar after this one.
Yeah.
So the Browns are about to be disappointed at home. So yeah, this is going to be a fun game for the Ravens.
I'll follow that up. Yeah, I see a romp as well, Kelce. Look, I think Lamar is out to prove a point this season, even though he already got paid. This is prime time for him. Burrow and the Bengals look like shit. There's no reason to believe that any of that's going to change. Cleveland is just so wishy-washy, man, and the Steelers just suck. So to me, there's no excuses on why they can't win this division. And I think that starts Sunday. Are they playing in Cleveland? Is that what you said, Kelce? Okay, so yeah, Browns are going to go home.
I believe it's Cleveland.
Browns are going home disappointed.
Oh, by the way, Cleveland Brown Stadium just got rated as the deadliest stadium of all NFL teams. So
really?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
They do know that Philadelphia exists, right?
Yeah, they
out,
do
of
also.
32 out of all 32 stadiums, more major crime takes
Also,
place
like,
outside of Cleveland Brown
like
Stadium. than any
Levi's
other one.
Stadium is a thing too. Niners fans are fucking animals.
Eh,
Well, what?
no,
I guess the Raiders have
They're
a
a
pretty
different
nice
type of
stadium.
animal.
Bro,
Like, it's not inside
Philadelphia.
the stadium. It's not inside the stadium, guys. Guys, it's not what happens inside the stadium. There's no Santa Clauses.
You asshole.
So
It's all right.
this is all outside of the stadium. But yeah, fun fact for you guys. That's what happened when Cleveland.
Well, no, listen, it's still the deadliest stadium in America. Is still Chavez Ravine, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
RFK.
Yeah, that's where poop pipes burst. All right. Anyway, Nathan, Ravens or Browns? How you feeling on this one?
I like Cleveland. I mean, I saw what they did last week. They just shut the crap out of the Tennessee offense. Nah, I'm not saying the Titans offense is good, but like, you see what happened to Derrick Henry? Like, he was 11 carries, 20 yards. Are you kidding me? How are the Ravens supposed to run the ball? I think this is the game for me where it's like Lamar. We'll see if his passing really improved. Like, he hasn't statistically, because I love numbers. Like, my podcast is literally like about statistics and numbers and everything like that. Lamar has 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and 2 rushing touchdowns. That's really subpar, in my opinion. I'm just saying. I don't know. I like Cleveland's defense. They've proved themselves to be one of the best in the league this year so far. Offensively, obviously without Nick Chubb, a lot of question marks with them. Jerome Ford, I like a lot, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the Browns defense. I think they'll figure it out and they'll beat Baltimore. It'll be close, but the defense will figure it out.
Mr. Kevin.
Kelce doesn't want to be at the receiving end of Lamar Jackson after a loss. I don't want to be on the receiving end of a Deshaun Watson after a massage. Fuck Deshaun. Give me the.
There it is.
You get a full round of applause for that, sir.
Yeah, I clapped that up for you, buddy.
By the way, you said you're a statistic guy, right?
Yeah.
So 5 touchdowns to 1 turnover, right? That's Lamar's touchdown to turnover rate.
That's correct. Yes.
What about 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions?
I mean,
because that's Deshaun's turnover rate.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't believe in Lamar.
Only 63% completion rate.
I never
with
did.
a 678.
I mean, I don't believe in Deshaun either. Like, I don't believe in any of those 2 quarterbacks. I just think the Browns defense is gonna, handle Lamar and the Ravens offense. Even with Zay Flowers.
Something's gonna be handled by the Cleveland Browns, but it ain't gonna be anything good.
Everybody is just feeling it today, man.
What? I live here. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Maze, I don't know what kind of NFL Sunday ticket you were watching, man. But this is the usual front of the mill for us. Just wait until Kevin goes on right now. Joe Paterno is mysteriously missing from 1930.
Oh my
Stop. Rewind. No.
Come on. Let's reel it in now.
That one, you know what, Jared? That gets this. That's.
All right. Speaking of troublemaker, Kev, continue. Oh my God.
I'm done. I already made my joke about Deshaun Watson's issues. I could talk about Lou Holtz being a communist if you want.
Come on.
Or we could move on.
We can move on.
For another episode.
Yeah. All right, Chris.
I don't even know if Hector picked. I really don't. I'm sorry, Hector.
Somebody pick a game. Go.
I'm up. Okay. Go.
I got the Raiders, by the way.
Thank you, Hector.
I guess I'll wait.
All right, Hector.
Okay,
go.
I'm up.
Oh my God, we just
Chris wants
Hector
to cook,
just
man.
said he wanted the Ravens.
Chris, let's go.
Chris wants to cook. Let him cook.
I'm going with the dog pound this week.
Oh God, don't let him cook.
Go Browns.
Don't let him cook.
Who let this man's cook?
Maddie's going with the Ravens flock.
Hell yeah.
Smart man. He's getting married for a reason. He's a smart man.
Okay, who hasn't picked yet? Hector, anybody else?
Nah, that's everybody.
All right, Hector, finish us off. Get us into the last game of the week.
I'm going with the Ravens. I think this defense is going to be all over Deshaun's backside, just like the masseuses were.
Hey, yo, pause.
God damn.
Also,
All right.
great all-time clip like of that whole Cleveland game from last week was Deshaun throwing the ball back, even when they won. That was the highlight to take from it.
Woo! All right, we're going into Orchard Park for Miami versus Buffalo. The 1-year anniversary of Ken Dorsey beating the piss out of a goddamn headset. We'll start off with Kevin. I know he's ready to talk about two teams he despises. Mr. Kev, the floor is yours, sir.
We all know Denver's defense sucks. And Miami hung 70 on them. And so say about Miami's good for 45 points against the Bills defense. So go Fins.
God. Say 45 points against the Bills defense.
I will follow that up. I think this is going to be a very close game. I think Miami has a potent offense, probably the best in the league, but I think the Bills have a great defense to combat that. And they definitely have the better quarterback. This is going to be Allen's first real test of the season, so we'll see how he does. It is in Buffalo, no?
Yeah, Orchard Park. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'll be different. I'll take the Bills. I think they're the better team. I know Waddle's coming back and everyone thinks that's like a huge deal, but like, hey, maybe too many mouths to feed are too many mouths to feed. So, hey, I think Buffalo wins and yeah, they're just the better team. Plain and simple.
There you go. All right. I am going to take the Dolphins. The biggest problem to the Dolphins is keeping Tua upright. The problem is that Buffalo is missing their best pass rusher, and they beat up on two really bad offensive teams the last 2 weeks. No Von Miller equals not as much of a pass rush for Buffalo. I think they're still going to put up a fight. This game's going to come down to the end. I think the Miami Dolphins sneak out of this one. And I believe by about maybe 3-4 points. Yeah, give me Miami here.
Noted.
All right, Nate, go.
I'm gonna go Miami. I love their offense, man. I know 70 points against Denver, and it's like, oh, they're gonna do it again. Not do it again, but do something similar against Buffalo. But Buffalo's defense is respectable. I still think Miami's gonna pull it out, but it's gonna be closer than. I think we're just overreacting to what Miami did, and like Mason said, yeah, you get Jalen Waddle back. That doesn't mean you're gonna score 77 against Buffalo or anything like that. So I'll go Miami, but it'll be close. I'll give it like a 8-point win or 15. Yeah, no, I'll go 8-point win for Miami.
All right, Mr. Coin.
So I'm going to go back to the statistics here. The Buffalo Bills are ranked number 2 in pass defense this year, by the way. So, yeah, look, say what you will, but 2 touchdowns to 7 interceptions on the season so far. Only giving up a 65%.
4 of those worse than Howell, but yeah.
Doesn't matter. Are you going to say that when the Commanders take the NFL East? Like, let's be completely honest about this. So we're going to be talking about Sam Howell being poor now, but end of the season, it's going to be like, oh God, he threw 4 picks and then still came back to win the NFC East. So
he sucks.
On that. Let's pause on all 3 of us hating on somebody from the NFC East. Okay, we none of us.
No one thinks Sam Howell's good. I don't mean to interrupt, but like Sam Howell just sucks.
I swear DJ made that pick.
I would cap the brakes on
sucks. But
yeah,
what do you mean? He threw 4
the Washington.
He finally faced a good team. And he was bad, like 4 picks. Are you kidding me?
Well,
50 plus points in his first 2 games.
No, look,
and based on what Kelce's saying, he's playing the best pass defense in the league. So it's like
second best, but yeah,
it's the Commanders.
Doesn't matter.
The day the Commanders win,
I know you're a Giants fan. I know you guys hate the Commanders more than I do.
Even
but
Jared thinks the same thing.
No, I just look at them like the sharp. I still look at them like our cousin who needs a little help every time. So.
By the way, DJ loves the idea of Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy, so no, he actually really fully supports the Commanders.
Oh, I know, and the amount of whiskey or tequila that infused that take is just mind-boggling to me.
None for him.
That's
So,
even
anyways,
more scary. Get that man checked.
talk about the pass rush for the Bills. Let's just go back to that. Greg Russo, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Leonard Floyd, who, by the way, has not had less than 9 sacks in his career, any season in his career. One of only 2 players to ever have that happen through their first, I believe, 8 years in their career. So very interesting to see. And then Matt Milano, speedy, outside linebacker. Terrell Bernard has been decent, not great. Taron Johnson is healthy. Tre'Davious White, healthy. He's not the speedster. But that's okay because guess what? Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer are still healthy and playing in that secondary, and they do know how to bait quarterbacks into throwing bad balls. And who's the most notorious quarterback we've had in recent years for throwing bad balls when baited? That's right,
Zach
Tua
Wilson.
Tagovailoa. Nah, sorry. Dak Prescott just throws bad balls all the time.
He doesn't need to be baited.
Yeah, he doesn't need bait. His bait is he walked on the field. But no, Tua is one of the most notorious bad ball throwers in the league. And then on the flip side of things, Miami defensively ranked outside of the top 10 at number 13. Not a great look, but they're giving up over 170 yards to the top 2 receivers each and every week, other than one time, which is Denver. Because, well, we all know Denver's just a high school team. So, yeah, look, you go weigh these two. Give me the edge to the Bills here. It's not going to be a big win, but 3 to 7 points, I think, is an easy Bills win for me.
I'll give you that one. All right. Kevin.
Yes.
Wait, who has picked? I'm like spacing here. Who's picked?
I haven't picked.
All right, go. Sorry, H.
All good. I mean, it's going to be a divisional game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be contested. But I think at the end of the day, I still like the Bills more than I like the Dolphins right now.
All right.
Oh, by the way, the Dolphins also gave up 20 points to the Broncos, who I just called a high school team.
Oh, by the way, if anybody's checking, the reason I was fist pumping like I'm at a rave is because I'm on Rice State. Brown finally scored a goddamn fucking touchdown. Let's fucking go, boys. All right, Chris, who you and Maddie taking?
Me and Maddie are going with the Buffalo Bills. A lot of you guys are saying, I do think this game is going to be pretty close. If the game was in Miami, I think I'd probably give the edge to the Dolphins, but the Buffalo crowd's just a different breed. I'm going to take the Bills. Maddie's taking the Bills as well.
All righty. We ready for upsets and gimmies?
I'd like to point out,
And
by
so
the
are Texas.
way, Tua Tagovailoa last year was 16th in bad throw percentage, so that's, I feel like,
Bottom half of the league.
Let's just say
Bottom
this.
half.
Look,
it's actually half of the league.
That's actually bottom half of the league. 15 and up is top half. 16 and below is bottom half.
we still do not know if he can throw the D ball.
No, that's not true. Let's stop it. You stop that. No, he can throw a deep ball if a guy's
Also, Kelce,
I'm into a doubter, and I admit it. That man fucking throw a deep ball.
Kelce, it's like higher is bad for this ranking because Football Reference doesn't know how to do rankings. So, like, if you're 15, you're worse than 16 in this.
Oh, okay.
The
So they
higher
do the
percentage
backwards
is bad.
ranking? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, dead even in the middle. So, I mean, average. Okay. Average bad
A quarter
ball,
of Zach
bad ball
Wilson's
thrower.
throws were bad throws, by the way. That's hilarious.
That's a fair assessment. But no, yeah. So, I mean, it still kind of plays to the point, though. You're still average bad ball thrower. You're going to get baited by above average safeties who are still way too talented for their own good. Like, honestly, both of these guys should be in a retirement hall somewhere, but they're still out here baiting young quarterbacks.
Fair.
For my gimme this week, give me USC over Colorado.
I am going to roll with Penn State over Northwestern as my gimme.
Chris, what did
God, I
Matt?
hope Northwestern does not upset you.
That's a
All right,
gimme.
Chris, what did you and Matt go for gimmies?
Does Chris get a gimme? I think Chris has to pick an upset.
Wait, no, Chris has been upset, but Matt gets a gimme.
Oh, fuck. I took a gimme by accident.
Yeah, because you didn't want to pick with me. Oh, yeah. How you guys make you feel now?
All right, remember.
Shitty. I'll tell you Matt's
Kansas over Texas.
Matt took Oregon over Stanford.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lock, yeah.
And then I think I took the Bears over the Broncos for my upset.
Does that count as an
Okay.
upset when they're both awful?
I mean,
the
my-
shittiest game known to man like ever. The Bears versus the fucking Broncos, man. Let me know the viewership numbers on that, dude. That is going to be like
Chris.
the least watched like professional sports event ever.
This
want-
guy
Holy
has
shit.
Wawa today.
How many times
he
Scott
feels like he
Hansen-
can talk to anybody how he wants. Tell me
I
how it
want-
is, Mason.
I want to go even deeper. How many times Scott Hansen actually goes to it when he's doing the red zone? I'm calling less than 5.
Look
it's
what
gonna be
just
4 times.
happened in Chicago. What a pick by the intern.
Fuck up.
Okay, so
fucking
Kevin,
thing.
I want to get your react. I want to know what your thoughts are on the idea of Kansas over Texas because you gave a funny look at that one, and I
was
I'm
pissed.
interested.
You son of a bitch! You're trying to steal my upset.
is that really your upset for the week?
Give me Jalen
Yeah,
Daniels, baby.
Thank you. I have been giving. I wrote this in the article for the going into the preseason for college football that Jalen Daniels is a dark horse for a Heisman candidacy, and
Dude's
Kansas right now-
electric. Also, Kansas is a chance to do the funniest fucking thing ever. Texas is having its best season in 14 years, and I need Kansas to ruin it. I've been like,
Kevin,
I want Texas to
Just for
keep
you,
winning.
I'm going to take that pick because I want Kansas to do this.
I was like, I want Texas to keep winning, so Alabama's loss to them looks better. No, I would sacrifice all of it for Kansas to do the funniest fucking thing imaginable.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, right
Kevin
now
and I
it's,
can agree. Kevin and I can agree on something in the world, and that is
Oh,
that
no,
Jalen Daniels.
I would Mason as a
Oh,
avid
he's
Texas
electric
hater.
too.
Oh yeah,
Mason
the man that
Avatex
has the
hater.
audacity to wear his own highlight reel on a chain on his neck during media day. At that point in time, if you show up with that, I'm picking you for Heisman.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Mason as an avid Texas hater. Me as anybody who just like I'm a troll. It's kind of established here. I would love to see fucking Kansas pull this off.
In Austin too, man. Like,
Oh my god, even
nothing.
better.
And it's just like
What?
going into the OU game in 2 weeks. It would just be so perfect because, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Just,
So by
just
the way,
remember
before we
this
sign
moment.
off,
If
Before we all
Kansas does
sign-
take the upset and they do pull it off, you didn't take this, and this could have been your pick, all because of me. It is why
stop
you didn't take
harassing my
this.
drunk ass intern. All right.
I
I'm
love you,
down
Chris,
bad.
but you got
All right.
to let that one go.
By the way, fellas, right now it's 7-3. Lions have the ball on their own 45. Obviously, we didn't talk much about this game tonight. We'll do it like for 30 seconds quick. I'm taking the Lions tonight. I was taking them before. I bet on them hours ago, and I was trying to scramble more bets in. Anybody taking the Packers here? Kevin's taking the Packers. You're not a believer in MCDC, brother?
Oh no, I love the Lions, but I don't trust them not to fuck up against the Packers.
where are they playing this football?
They are in Lambeau.
Green Bay.
Shit, man.
And Aaron Jones is healthy.
You know what? I would take Green Bay if Watson wasn't on a snap count, but since he is, I'll roll Detroit.
Hell yeah, dog. Mr. Flores.
Always got to rock with Dan Talica.
There we go. All right, Nate.
Go Lions, baby. Jared Goff
Yeah.
is looking good. I like the Lions.
There you go. All right, intern, who you going with?
Riding with the offense. Let's go Lions.
Fuck yeah! All right,
Oh,
you
can I ruin
fucking
his
doubter. Go, Kelce. You bring
I
down
have
the
a Lions jersey sitting literally 5 feet away from me to my
Where,
right,
you
and
fucking
it's a
chicken?
Monroe. It's a fucking Youth XL. Get the hell out of here! I'm not putting that thing on. It's not even fit over my left arm. It's a
can probably
Monroe
fit it.
St. Brown jersey. I'm waiting to put it up on the wall for
Well,
when
with
I
that
actually get
attitude,
more
you
room.
won't fit in it.
Oh no shit! Like maybe if I take it apart at the seams and then put it on one side, like plaster one side here, plaster one side on my back. maybe.
I'm getting Chris Farley jokes here.
Yeah, no, but no, seriously. Look, Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the best receivers in the league that still doesn't get the love he deserves.
Scored a
I
fucking
100%
touchdown
am
already.
taking the Lions. And Sam Laporta, by the way, I started him this week.
Me too.
I need another 15-point game from him.
I'll even take a 12-point game. Just fuck it. Let's do this.
I double
He's
digits
back.
at this point, double digits.
I had to write all the picks down. That's why I had to
ruin
keep my
Chris's
camera
day,
off.
though. I just want to ruin Chris's day because he picked the Lions, so now I'm picking the Lions on top of it. So now he has to like debate his moral whether he wants to change this pick.
I'm kind of second guessing myself. Go Pack, go.
Jesus Christ. All right. We've reached the end of the show
0-8.
tonight. We're gonna go through
Lions in the red zone. Lions in the
There
red
we
zone.
go. Lions by 14. I bet it. All right. Mr. Nate, where can we find your amazing content at Belly Up?
Yeah, of course. So the Case and Nate podcast is on Spotify, on YouTube as well. Same name, the Case and Nate podcast. Me and my co-host Casey White, one of my closest friends of all, one of my closest friends. We talk NFL, college football. We have episodes every Tuesday on YouTube, and that's where you can find us.
All right, sweet, man. Appreciate you making your rookie debut with us.
I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, to my one of my best friends in the world, Mr. Kev. Where can we find you and Kieran's bullshit?
You can find us at Quad Tailgate. Follow the account that the CFB Hall of Fame is too afraid to be exposed to at Quad Tailgate on Twitter and Instagram. And follow me at Belly Up Kev for my bullshit takes.
The Kev is worth the follow, trust me. All right, Mr. Flores. I know y'all drop an episode tomorrow.
Yeah, new episode tomorrow. We got an interview with Andres Naranjo of the Foxtrot. It's actually going to be just a Houston Dynamo episode apparently now, since Dynamo beat Inter Messi for the U.S. Open Cup. So I definitely happy for that. Houston's booming, actually, surprisingly. But yeah, new episode on Friday. We're actually now on YouTube, so check us out. Insert name FC. New episodes every single Friday, so go ahead and check out. Also, I have to have some be sad because Real Madrid lost to Atletico Madrid, unfortunately, this past weekend.
My man is so multi-talented. He's a soccer show, but is a G at football. That's where you gotta watch his shit.
He's a football.
All right, and you grumpy Cowboys fan, where can we find your shit?
First of all, shout out to Hector for finally getting on YouTube. It just took him, 6 years of me knowing him.
I've known him for 2, and it's taken him this long.
6 years? How long?
It hasn't really been 6 years. I think it's been like 4 or 5. But still, it's been a while.
3 years.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, it's okay. I wouldn't want to know me either. Anyways, no. DJ and I, you can find us Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. You can find our the audio only episodes every platform you can think of. The next day on Thursday. Find us at high_low_sports on Twitter and at high_low_sports on every other social media, including TikTok. And if you guys are a new Swiftie to the league, you're trying to learn about football, DJ provides a very handy guide for translations from football to Swiftie in our last episode. So be sure to go check that out. And then see if you can count how many T-Swift references we make in that show, because we had way too much fun with this idea. Well, because you guys didn't know, they've been making the deep space empty or blank spaces comment every time Travis Kelce was open. We had to shut that down and give them an actual intel on how to make Taylor Swift references on the sly. Yeah, it's a game we used to play on Colorcast, by the way. Shout out Nate, which is back where we first met. And it's funny. This is the first show I've ever done with Nate live, even though we've known each other since Colorcast 3 years ago.
Dude, Colorcast. Holy shit, that's throwing it back a little bit. Fuck. We even had a Colorcast show for about 20 minutes.
Yep.
All right. You can find me, that handsome devil Mace, and that drunk goofball Chris, the best intern we've ever had, at Corner Booth Pod on everything, including Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, all of it. And especially YouTube, which is where we are live on right now. You can find Mace at Corner Booth MR on Twitter for all things fantasy football. He usually goes on a little rant on Friday about his sleeper for the week. Also, the Rock Report returns on Tuesday, as he's going to go down who is the best waiver wire pickups for your Wednesday edition. Also, you can check Chris wreaking havoc on X and on Instagram for our social media team. And you can find my annoying ass on everything else. Belly Up or Corner Booth. Jared, we appreciate all for stopping by. All of you a great weekend. Enjoy this game tonight, and also go Lions, because I'm a big MCDC stan. And as always, drink responsibly. Don't do anything I would do. All right, peace.